sorry, that's for a Democrat show.
Let me know when you're ready.
No matter what the technical difficulty is, this man is a professional. He goes all the way.
What you represent to them is freedom.
Was an extremely great conservative commentator. We're tearing it up on Wednesday night. This is awesome. This
will allow me to retort.
Well, this is Jersey Joe for the Reaver of Common Sense show. 8 p.m. on shrmedia.com.
Actually, I just totally screwed up. This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm trying to make sense out of this senseless. The Jersey Takeover is here. We have expanded to 2 hours every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What the heck's going on? There we go. If you want to support the show and support SHR Media, go to reaver.one/shop. That's REAVER.ONE/SHOP. How is everybody doing today? Hopefully you're doing well. It is Tuesday. It's, I think, one of the worst days of the week. I mean, Monday, it's bad, but it's beginning. You know it's going to be bad. Tuesday, it's... The only thing special is Taco Tuesdays. I don't know. So I was actually just on Facebook putzing around before the show. Lost track of time. So, I hate when I do that. Literally, I looked at the time, and it was like 5 seconds before I had to start hitting buttons and doing all that. I was like, shnikes. But why I bring it up is, yeah, you little rip. Come on. Let's see. Someone put a post up, and it was in a local news site that's actually affiliated with CNN. So you wonder how all the articles go. Surprising. They go left. Donald Trump put out a tweet. It's so nice that the shackles have been taken off me and I can now fight for America the way I want. There's still a few idiots that have endorsed Trump that are supposed to be Republicans. We all know they're a joke. They have been for years. Paul Ryan's been siding with the Democrats ever since I can remember. But this person put up very lengthy. Only Hillary Clinton was fired from a job for being unethical. Only Hillary Clinton deleted 30,000 emails after she was subpoenaed to hand them over. Only Hillary Clinton had that same computer wiped clean by professionals. Only Hillary Clinton got the rapist of a teenage girl off on rape charges, then laughed about it. Hillary Clinton lied to American people about Benghazi. Lied to American people about her emails. Lied about being under fire, sniper fire. Lied about lying to America. Involved in cash cow. Has long list of scandals. Nationally belittled her husband's sexual harassment accuser and rape. She attacked the victims. That's the one I can't believe. Oh, wow. Al Gore is now campaigning with Clinton in Florida. Let me guess. He's going to tell everybody that the icebergs are going to be gone and the penguins are going to drown. Oh, God. Why would anybody still listen to that moron? He has not got anything right. Potato or potato. Or inventing the internet. Looks like Hillary's importing more people to her rallies. And Fox is praising her right now. I just got TV on in the background, just to see if there's breaking news, and I look over and I see this shit. And it's a joke anymore. It is a joke. So, let's see. Clinton is a career politician. Will not release her speeches to Goldman Sachs and other banks. Was labeled extremely careless about national security by the FBI. She'll raise taxes on the middle class. Benefited from rigging the DNC primary. Has actually stolen furniture from the White House. Said the Benghazi victims' parents were lying. Wants you to vote for her based on her gender. No real accomplishment after close to 30 years in politics. Has never created a single job. Well, can't say that because the investigations that have been into her have created a lot of jobs. Has been investigated by the FBI and found to have put national security at risk. Has had 2 or more movies and several documentaries made about her questionable ethics. Her language is a little to be questioned about. They talk about Donald Trump. Well, I think I got that list up for her. Let me see. Yeah, the potty mouth. I have to add that one in there. Because her mouth is totally for holies. But she is, in public, has called President Bill Clinton a cocksucker. Secret Service deemed her broomstick one. And it keeps going. But you're not going to vote for Donald Trump because he says mean things. Get over it. So sick of that. I really am. It is an absolute joke. He says mean things. ISIS is saying mean things. ISIS is doing mean things. And I'm sick of this. Donald Trump talked about sexual. He bragged about doing shit he never did. He gave, what's the word, hyperbole. He exaggerated his statements. It's 2 men talking. And don't give me this shit that he's the only one that's ever done it. In my paramedic class, and I think I said it yesterday, we are going over certain drugs, and one of them is a temporary amnesia medicine. It's what they give you right before surgery so you don't remember all the stress and stuff. Well, we had joked around, and the women joked around in our class, that would be the perfect drug to take with us to the bar so we can sleep with the person that we wanted to. The hottest one in the bar. And one of the women went so far as to say to make sure that she would mix in Viagra to make sure that he would stay hard. It was all joking around. None of us would have done it. People in private, we say a lot of messed up things sometimes that are not true. Get over it. Get over it. I don't understand it. And these this fake outrage that's going on. You know what? It pushes me away further from the Democrat Party. And it shows desperation to me. Their acts are acts of desperation. And this Trump was on his last leg. No, he wasn't. The only ones that cared about this are your quote-unquote expert pundits. That's it. Nobody, the public, majority of the public, did not give a rat's ass. And polls that they put out there of people that think he should stay in or leave the campaign. And the only ones that are going to want him to stay in are his supporters. Hillary supporters are going to want him to back out. I can't say that's not 100% because I have seen Democrats that are supporting Hillary also come out going, you know what, this is bullshit. This is a joke. But for the most part, you're talking supporters of one to the other, and they're not realizing what they're doing when they show these polls. If you really think about it, it's the supporters of one candidate versus the supporters of the other. And you're getting 50, 60, 70% in these polls that say he needs to stay in, keep fighting, as opposed to he needs to drop out. 57%, 64%. I've seen 73% that he needs to stay in. I don't think they realize they're showing you some actual data of the true support he has. Last night, I was putting out my Trump Pence sign on my front lawn. And this male and female that were Hispanic pulled up, and they were working on my neighbor's property. And I think it was a husband and wife team. I know, I'm assuming on that one. I don't see why I would be racist or wrong to assume. And she gets out, she starts cheering me. And I looked at her, I was like, you're for Trump? She's like, hell yeah. And she starts going off about information on him. She goes, I don't buy all this bullshit. And I assume her husband came up and said, Hillary just wants power. She will destroy this country. And then I brought up about borders. And they both said, yes, this is a country. We need borders. We need security. And, we just had to talk. They said the media is misrepresenting, as she said, the Latinos. Misrepresenting them. Because it's not the major, and she was saying all the ones that she knows are voting Trump. Only Latinos that aren't are actually the ones that are here illegally because they don't want to go back. And I understand that. If I was here illegally, if I was committing crimes, I wouldn't want somebody, I wouldn't vote for somebody that was going to make sure that I was punished for my crimes. So I understand. But I don't understand is how the Democrats have turned into the party for the criminals. That's what they're doing. They're for, to a large extent, the murder of fetuses, innocent people, innocent humans. They're against the death penalty of murderers. I mean, we're not putting, someone went and stole a pack of gum, put them to death. No. Mr. XYZ went out and murdered a whole family and wore their faces. I can't even say that because normally they get life in prison. But the Democrats want to protect convicted murderers, serial murders. They want to protect. They want to protect people that broke the law and came into this country. They want to protect and help terrorists get in our country. And this is not an exaggeration anymore. This is dead on what they're doing. They are out to disarm law-abiding citizens, helping criminals commit their crimes. They're helping people commit mass shootings. Because where these crimes are happening are gun-free zones. They keep wanting to expand them. Someone made a meme, and memes are, they're funny, they're entertainment, they're not factual. But this one got a point across. And it said Florida needs to put up a bunch of signs that say no hurricane zones. That's the same. They're about as useful as the gun-free zones. Actually, they're actually a little useful because it tells the criminals where to go to commit their crimes. And I can understand police stations. There are certain areas you don't want. I'm not saying we do away with all of them. But for the most part, from 1950s to 2010, 100% of the mass shootings happen on gun-free zones. From then and from 2010 till now, it's like 97%, 98% have happened on gun-free zones. One of them started on the gun-free zones and went on a mass spree elsewhere. What? Actually, where it started on a gun-free zone, it started out as a mass stabbing. People, and I have faith in my listeners. I really do. I have faith in you guys. I know you guys are probably smarter than I am. But it just... This is what the Democrat Party is out for. They don't even hide it. It's not even, political bantering. They are out protecting criminals and screwing over law-abiding American citizens. And I know this is going to hurt me with some of my listeners. I'm not 100% against abortions. There is justified. Just like to justify murder. Not everything is black or white. Sometimes there is justified. And I'm talking medical issues, life and death issues. Even, one time you screw up. I can sort of understand that. And I know I'm going to get lambasted for that, but that's as far as I'm going to go. And don't tell me it's telling a woman what to do with her body. Bullshit. That's a fucking excuse. Because I know a lot of women laugh and say, damn right, it's their right. You can have an abortion without any permission, but if I want to go get snipped, if I want to get a vasectomy, I have to get my wife's permission. Talk about a double standard there. And when you bring it up, the women laugh about it and say, damn right, that's my choice. Well, if you get pregnant, it's my choice too because I helped create that baby. Now, that's my body. Well, they're my balls. And I have a right. If I want to snip them, I have a right. And I don't need anybody's permission. I'm sick of that. The women want special treatment nowadays. They want to be treated equal, but they don't want to be treated equal. And it's women could do things greater than men. I will never deny that. There's things men can do greater than women. It's not 100% across the board. Hell, I was showing my wife, and we showed our daughter the clip, this high school football game. So, they kick it off, and guys run it back, and it looks like he's going to take it in for a touchdown. All of a sudden, you see the kicker come out of nowhere and lay a block and tackle the guy. And I mean, popped him and nailed him right on his ass. And come to find out, I mean, this is one of the best hits I've seen a kicker do. You never seen kickers run out there and do it. And then I found out it was a female, and that's why I showed my wife and daughter. I was like, holy shit, look at this. One of the best blocks I've ever seen a kicker give. Things aren't black and white. But there's some things men can do, some things women can do. But don't sit there and tell me you want special rules that only you can decide about your body. But then you're going to make decisions on my body. Snipping my balls is not going to be a health issue. You getting a bunch of abortions is going to be a health issue. So, I can't understand Democrats. They're for abortion, against self-defense, and they're against the death penalty. They want to protect criminals, and they don't want to protect law-abiding citizens, the innocents. I never understood that. And now they're on this big kick of protecting illegal immigrants. And let's not use the words. Let's call it what it is, because they admit that they call them undocumented immigrants because it gives too much of a negative atmosphere with the people. So they changed the wording up on it to make it soft so people aren't willing to be as harsh on them. Because if it's just undocumented, we can get documents to them. When you call them illegal aliens, they're breaking the law. It's the word game the Democrats love to play. Then that's what they're doing with this whole election. They can't argue Trump's economy, national security. They can't defend Hillary's foreign policy, her economy. Her own economists have said her immigration policy will destroy our economy. The open borders will flood our market with people. There'll be more people than there are jobs. Wages will be driven down because of it. And housing will suffer from it. Whereas Trump wanting to secure our borders, control the immigration of how many are coming in, you then create more jobs than there are people, which means the employers are going to have to drive up the wages to get the people to take those jobs. More people are going to be able to afford to buy houses because they're making more money, and the economy booms. Taxes go down, companies spend more money. It's simple. And Hillary's own economists are agreeing to that. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media, High Plains Pundit Radio, ICRN Network, Red Nation Rising Radio, YouTube, Speaker, and iTunes. We will be right back.
listening to the SHR Media Network.
Now, at Brownells, we know you may have only one shot to harvest that trophy, so we have thousands of accessories and replacement parts to improve your chances. We know how much you love to shoot, so our gunsmiths articles and videos will help you do more and get more out of your guns. We also value your hard work and money. That's why only Brownells backs up everything we sell with a 100% unconditional lifetime guarantee. Brownells, the world's largest supplier of firearm accessories and gunsmithing tools.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean.
Dude, I'm not saying calf for the stupid bro.
Sackhead Clint.
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
Also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the reaverofcommonsense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date on everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense show. I am your host, Jersey Joe. And right now, nothing is making sense. It is all senseless. The Jersey Takeover's here. We have expanded to 2 hours every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to support the show and support SHR Media, go to reaver.one/shop. All right, during the commercial, I'm looking over the TV, and I just got Fox on. It's that, CNN, and MSNBC are the major ones that I have. And Fox is sitting there. WikiLeaks has released alleged emails. Alleged. They're starting to they're helping Hillary. They're helping her cover up shit. Fucking Fox is absolutely horrible anymore. Oh, that pissed me off. Well, let's talk a little about Twitter. We had talked about it was up for sale recently. They're putting it up for sale. They were taking some bids and, Spadudios. Nobody really is betting on it. The major companies that they were talking about have backed out. That's not good. Not good at all. Following news that potential bidders have backed out, Twitter shares have dropped significantly as the social media company continues to struggles. It was reported by Bloomberg on Friday that potential investors such as Google, Salesforce, and Disney were unlikely to make a bid on Twitter after a board meeting with outside advisors to discuss a sale was canceled. Twitter stock fell by 13% on Friday, contributing to an overall drop by 25% this year alone. Tell you what, I could fix Twitter in 5 minutes. Remove the CEO. Don't give him a package, nothing. You're fired. You're out of here. You destroyed the company. You basically did a takeover and sent Twitter from day one into a downward spiral. Put someone that is going to make the choices of what's better for the company, not what's better for the socialist, liberal, progressive movement. One that's going to allow social media to be social and stop all this censoring bullshit. I don't understand. We're on social media and people get upset when you comment on their comment. That's what social media is. And then they freak out when people disagree. This is not, I agree with everything you say, Twitter. This is, we're supposed to have discussion. That's what the goddamn liberals always say. Let's have a discussion. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. As soon as you talk about it, they censor you. They want their opinion, their version, as the only version out there. Ooh. Drives me up a wall. So I'm also just sitting here wondering on a different subject real quick. I wonder how much of an idiot Paul Ryan. Well, he probably doesn't think he's an idiot. He probably thinks he's smart, which is scary. But it's... TV's going wonky. Oh, that's Comcast for you. They got shit service in my area. Shit service. I know I've said it and talked about it, but I'm in the middle. It's going to take a little bit. Writing letter and going to send it into several different, Hillsborough County authorizing, I forget what the full name of it. I got it written down. They're the ones that control the internet, cable companies, who can come in, who can't. FCC, Florida Attorney General. I want to lambast it. Listen, I don't understand the idea behind we're going to buy out this area. And that's what they did. They bought out a company called Adelphia. Fine. They want to expand here in Florida. The equipment they knew was half-ass. As soon as we got them within a year, we're gonna upgrade. We're gonna get you right alongside everybody else. That was in 2007. I've heard all these. We want to expand more before. You think people want to buy a half-ass product? You don't think us neighbors are talking? Spend a little bit of money, put the proper equipment in, expand from there. You might start getting other customers. You might start getting other developments. They're trying to do it backwards, and it's not going to work. But yeah, as I was saying before, I totally got onto a different subject. Twitter has dropped again. All they have to do is replace their CEO. Don't give him no package. Don't give him anything. He didn't do anything significant. He ran the company into the ground. So, you know what? What is it? Jack, the hell is his name? I know it's Jack Dorsey. It's a failing company. And it's the CEO that they had before had the company running great. I just I don't understand. Maybe I'm dumb. I don't know. I'm trying to see what the guy before him was. And I can't find anything on it. It's not keeping up with the times. It at one time was cutting edge. on the social media, and it's just faltering. It's scary. These people, they have great ideas. They get it going. They're lucky. I mean, and not kind of like they're lucky to be successful, but they're few that make it up. And then they get these grand images of a utopia that we could live in. And they run it into the ground. They destroy what they created because they want to create this utopia. Listen, I wish we lived in a world that was no violence. Everything was sunshines and rainbows. But it's never going to happen. Doesn't matter how hard we try. Never going to happen. You want to know why? Because that's not life. Life is hard. It's a challenge. Bad things happen. Even without human intervention, bad things happen. Learn to deal with it. It's a bunch of people that can't deal with... I don't know. Drives me up a wall. I just we're destroying our great nation. I don't know. All right, it was Dick Castillo. If I remember right, he was forced to resign, and it was July 1st, 2015. Former Google chief business officer became... And that's when Jack the Idiot took over. And it's just... God knows how many executives have ran from the company screaming. They see the company going down in flames, so they kind of... They're smart and they get the hell away. Just what the hell was everybody thinking? All right, let's see. What do we got next? This one. And I highly suggest everybody go to Reaver.one. I don't even want to call it an article. I have the contact information for the superintendent. I have the contact information for the township manager. Do not threaten, vulgar. Let's be smart, but let's put pressure. This superintendent of this school should resign, and shame. In Pennsylvania, at a high school, Cornell High School, a group of cheerleaders took a knee during the national anthem. Now, what really makes this sick is they went and invited World War II veterans. World War II veterans they invited to this game. And then standing next to these gentlemen, they took a knee during the national anthem. This superintendent immediately sided with the students, agreed with them, and knew they were going to do it. Knew they were inviting World War II veterans. There was veterans, these guys, so heartbroken after what they went through. They were visibly crying while these pestilent children who don't know what the hell they're even protesting took an E and insulted the greatest generation of America. That superintendent, Aaron Thomas, set those vets up. He knew about it. Now he's trying to run away from it. I didn't know nothing. I know nothing. Oh, but there's a First Amendment right issue. Yeah. So that's why I put up the information. I don't want anybody threatening, but I want people contacting township managers. I want people contacting that Board of Education and expressing your First Amendment rights. They set up an ambush for these World War II vets. And I had posted this up on Facebook, and this woman commented, said she lives in the area. And if her daughter was one of those cheerleaders, she would have stood up, walked on that field, yanked her daughter, made him apologize, and pulled him out of that school for them allowing that bullshit to happen. Now, I haven't touched majorly on this whole kneeling, sitting during the national anthem. I understand there's a First Amendment right there. But when you do it, when you specifically invite World War II veterans, and you do this, that's gone beyond protesting, and that was a direct assault on our veterans. So please go to Reaver.1. I have phone numbers and emails. Light them up. Let them know exactly what America thinks of a superintendent liberal pussy who attacks World War II veterans and then now running and hiding. He needs to be removed. He does not need to be teaching our kids. And it's not teaching, it's indoctrination. Oh, I'm pissed right now. This pisses me off. It pisses me off. Seriously, it pisses me off. I was brought up, you do not disrespect veterans, whether you agree with the war or not. Those soldiers, those great, especially the World War II soldiers, had no choice in the matter. Bitch at the politicians, not the tools. And that's what the veterans are, tools of politicians. And these pestilent children disrespecting our World War II vets. Where is Hillary Clinton to scream about the attacking of gold stars? These vets, our gold star, I don't care whether they got a medal or not, they are gold stars for what they did. I don't see a goddamn liberal stepping up, but they can protect Mr. Khan, who started the whole shit with Trump. Oh, it just... It's absolutely ridiculous. the healthy discussion. It broke the hearts of World War II veterans. And now two of the girls, we didn't mean to we weren't trying to be disrespectful. You were. Pestilent children. And now the cheerleaders are getting threats. I love that. Every time something negative's happened to people, they immediately start, we're getting threats. Well, you know what? How about the fact these great heroes are getting up there in age, and they can't take, stress, like the stress that your cheerleaders put upon them. You threatened their life by doing that. Our vets deserve respect for their service. I'm appalled. One of the vets, they don't know what they are doing, them young kids. They don't know what they are doing. I was 16 when I enlisted fighting Japanese. To see them do that in disgrace, Corpolos, whatever the hell the town's name, it's not even worth it. And that school, it made me sick. My friends and everybody else that served in the service, they have a right to be respected. We love our flag very much. We fought for it. You want to protest, do a march or something like that. But do not do it to degrade the national anthem in our country. That was a World War II vet that was there. It is absolutely sickening. Oh, it. Hang on. Trying to get the name of the town.
Coronopoulos.
Coronopoulos. Pennsylvania. Now, as I said, here. Let me pull up the page real quick. Let's go to Reaver.1. It's first article. Click on it. The Cornell School District, the number is 412-264-5010. That is 412-264-5010. Give them a call. Tell them you're practicing your First Amendment right. And for the township officials, go to 412-264-3002. I wonder if they got Twitter. Oh, yes, they do, it looks like. No? No. Nope. But, like I said, you go to Reaver.1. You can get the phone number. You can get the emails. You can get Aaron Thompson's, the superintendent that allowed this to happen, and email him and let him know your disgust and that you are practicing your First Amendment right to protest against his treatment of World War II vets. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media, High Plains Pundit Radio, ICRN Networks, Red Nation Rising Radio, YouTube, Spreaker, and iTunes. We will be right back.
listening to the SHR Media Network.
Now, Brownells, we know you may have only one shot to harvest that trophy, so we have thousands of accessories and replacement parts to improve your chances. We know how much you love to shoot, so our gunsmiths articles and videos will help you do more and get more out of your guns. And we also value your hard work and money. That's why only Brownells backs up everything we sell with a 100% unconditional lifetime guarantee. Brownells, the world's largest supplier of firearm accessories and gunsmithing tools.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean,
Dude, I'm not saying cop for the stupid pro.
Sackhead Clint,
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the reverofcommonsense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date on everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe. And I try to make sense out of the senseless. The Jersey Takeover's here. We have expanded to 2 hours every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to support the show, if you want to support Reaver of Common Sense or SHR Media, go to reaver.one/shop. That's REAVER.ONE/SHOP. Oh, and that last, I was pissed last night when I read that. It is absolutely. I got a quick question before. Any of the iPhone owners having an issue after the last update? All of a sudden yesterday, now when I go, the screen goes black and I hit the buttons trying to get everything to wake up, and it takes like a minute before my phone pops back on. Just out of nowhere, it started doing it, pissing me off. And the fingerprint isn't working. All right, what am I looking for? All right, right now I'm trying to pop this thing open. Yeah, phone's really. There we go. Get the phone out of here. Oh, man. Last thing I need is another expense. This iPhone is not impressing me. Yeah, it's just taking a little bit before it actually pops on. And even if someone calls in, it's still, I have trouble answering it now. So if somebody knows, just get a hold of me. Jersey Joe at Reaver.one. Where? Trying to see which operating system I have. And I think it's an update. No, saying that the iPhone 5 operator's seen a boost. No, I don't. I don't know. I don't know if it's my phone or. So, actually, let's get back on to the show. Enough about iPhones. I knew I should have stayed with my Android. I liked the Android. I didn't have issues. It was just a battery I had a problem with all the phones. That was a hardware, not a software. So, also, there's a photo floating around of at the debate that Bill Clinton got pissed. And he started yelling at somebody. And everybody said that all of a sudden when it happened, they just cut mics. They kept. Well, ends up there's a guy, a gentleman, Ken Boone. And they're talking that he asked Bill Clinton why he rapes, and Bill Clinton lost his shit. Well, that's the way it goes. Bill Clinton has gotten away with God knows how much. And nobody's called him on it over these years. Nobody's called Hillary out on this. But finally, someone did. People are getting tired. And I keep seeing, Trump's ahead. Bullshit. It's damn it. I'm trying to find a laptop with like a broken screen. And I just lost a bid. Let's see. But yeah, so that's Ken Boone did that. Now, what the hell? All of a sudden, my levels just went up, or my ears popped. I don't know. So, Hillary Clinton supporters, it is, you'll have to find a video of it. For some reason, there's a black gentleman was arrested at one of her rallies yesterday. And number one, she's sitting there laughing about it. She's laughing. But what they didn't realize is they're walking him down the stairs right behind Hillary Clinton. And he has a Bill Clinton rape shirt. Now, what's really worse is Hillary Clinton supporters are shoving this black man, being violent with him. But wait a minute. I was told that only happens at Trump rallies. So a black man was attacked. At a Hillary Clinton rally. Arrested. And Hillary Clinton thought it was funny. She thought it was funny that this black man was arrested. I wonder what he actually did to get, because he's getting let out in handcuffs. To me, that would mean he got arrested. But it's still funny. He has a Bill Clinton rape T-shirt, which probably that's more than enough to get him removed and arrested from a Bill or Hillary Clinton rally. Even though she says she's a champion, too many black people are getting incarcerated. incarcerated, and the only thing she could say besides laughing, seriously, she was sitting there laughing. And she turned, I do hope somebody follows that gentleman out and stages an intervention. Clearly, he has not been following this election very closely. Well, I think he has, Hillary, and they're not exactly buying your bullshit anymore. So many people are getting tired of your bullshit. It's not even funny anymore. Wasn't funny to begin with. But and I know I'm kind of speechless. It just. For some reason, my ring was all the way down. This phone's just acting up. And I had talked about it earlier, about Hillary Clinton's mouth, how she called Bill Clinton a cocksucker in public. Oh, it gets actually worse. But the Hillary Clinton supporters have chastised Trump and his supporters with how could you, why would you? They're on their high horse, their moral high horse. But the Hillary groupies may want to check themselves. It's not exactly, she's not exactly innocent in her own right. And there's going to be a lot of cussing within this, and I'm just quoting Hillary quotes. Hillary to a state trooper bodyguard after one of them greeted her with good morning. So a state trooper bodyguard just said good morning, and her response was, fuck off. It's enough I have to see you shit kickers every day. I'm not going to talk to you too. Just do your goddamn job and keep your mouth shut. Hillary to a Secret Service agent who was reluctant to carry her luggage because he wanted to keep his hands free in case of an incident. If you want to remain on this detail, get your fucking ass over here and grab those bags. Oh, that's a great way to treat your the men and women who are protecting you. Turn them into bellhops. Elitist little bitch can't grab her own bags. Hillary screaming at her Secret Service detail, stay the fuck back, stay the fuck back away from me. Don't come within 10 yards of me or else. Just fucking do as I say, okay? Hillary to a state trooper who was driving her at an event, you fucking idiot. Hillary to Marine One helicopter pilot to turn back while en route to Air Force One. Put this on the ground. I left my sunglasses in the limo. I need those fucking sunglasses. I need to go back. Now, unlike Trump's comment, Hillary Clinton's comments were made in public and specifically directed to an individual. And not just any individual. She barked orders like a tyrannical, merciless woman to state troopers, a Marine One pilot, the Secret Service, individuals who put their lives on the line every day to serve their country. The respect they paid in return are the rants and angry orders of a woman who views these individuals as her own personal valet, bag boy, and escort. It looks like Hillary Clinton's condescending posture extends much further back than her basket of deplorable statement in early September. It would seem that Hillary is the deplorable one. Now, this one really... The left, who's been the champion supposed to be the champion for rape victims and all that. Hillary had on her website for a long time, that all sexual assault victims must be believed. But, after the debate on Sunday night, you have Bob, Schieffer? Schaefer. Yeah. Those that listen to my show regularly know I suck at last names. I really do. I admit it freely. That's why I use Schieffer. Bob Schieffer. I thought I had it right. CBS News veteran anchor Bob Schieffer expressed outrage Sunday that Republican nominee Donald Trump focused attention on the women who accused former Bill Clinton of rape and sexual assault. How have we come to this? This is supposed to be a campaign for the most powerful office of the land. Here we're marching in women into the hall who's supposed to have had some relationship with one of the candidates' spouse. What's that supposed to prove? A relationship. Being sexually assaulted is called a relationship now. A relationship, it's now called, when you get raped. If a conservative made that comment, he would have been suspended. Hell, Billy Bush got suspended for comments Trump made 11 years ago. Why is this guy not being attacked? He attacked sexual assault rape victims. He attacked. That is disgusting. And the left is silent. Silent. Not a word's being said that this man said that they had a relationship. Women who have been violently sexually assaulted and raped. Actual, not made up false outrage. They were actually raped and violently sexually assaulted by Bill Clinton. And he calls it a relationship. All this pandering and yipping and yapping we hear from the left and the social justice warriors. It's funny because they're complaining about themselves, the actions of their own. one of the rape accusers said, "We were not willing participants. These were crimes." Another accuser, Kathleen Willey, said, "These are not infidelities. A rape is not an infidelity. These are crimes. Any other person would be in jail. This is no longer about infidelity, indiscretions, girlfriends, sex, intern, none of those. This is about a serial rapist, a predator, and his wife who has enabled his behavior all of these years." Broderick and Willey joined Paula Jones and Kathy Shelton, who was the 12-year-old rape victim in a case where Hillary Clinton gleefully defended the accused. Sat in the front row of the debate. Now, what's funny is this is as the left is attacking Trump for a locker room, smart-ass conversation Donald Trump had 11 years ago. But they're going to categorize sexual assault and rape of Bill Clinton and the subsequent attacks from Hillary Clinton of the victims as a relationship. I can't believe that he went on to say, "I just hope to God I don't see another campaign like this one. America can do better than what we have seen here tonight. This was disgraceful." He's got that right. His comments were disgraceful. It's amazing how the left, what they get away with. Fucking Whoopi Goldberg was going off and how she would attack the sexually assaulted victims and stuck up for Hillary Clinton. Stuck up for Bill Clinton. But the left wants to attack the actual victims, the ones that were sexually assaulted, the ones that were raped. Democrat representative and Hillary supporter Holmes Norton, Clinton accusers are middle-aged looking women not looking their best. Oh, I'm sorry. That has anything to do with what? The left is attacking rape victims, sexually assaulted victims, and they're attacking them. And what does the mainstream media do? What do they do? Nothing. What do we hear? That's all we hear. Crickets. Mainstream media ignores. Liberals attacking the true victims. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media, High Plains Pundit Radio, ICRN Network, Red Nation Rising Radio, YouTube, Spreaker, and iTunes. We will be right back.
listening to the SHR Media Network.
Now, Brownells, we know you may have only one shot to harvest that trophy, so we have thousands of accessories and replacement parts to improve your chances. We know how much you love to shoot, so our gunsmiths articles and videos will help you do more and get more out of your guns. And we also value your hard work and money. That's why only Brownells backs up everything we sell with a 100% unconditional lifetime guarantee. Brownells, the world's largest supplier of firearm accessories and gunsmithing tools.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean,
Dude, I'm not saying cop for the stupid pro.
Sackhead Clint,
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the reaverofcommonsense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date with everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe. And I'm trying to make sense out of the senseless. The Jersey Takeover's here. We have expanded to 2 hours every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to support the show, support SHR Media, go to reaver.1/shop. Let's try the NPR. Hi, and welcome to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and we're here to make sense out of the senseless. I would go nuts if I had to do that all day long. Hell with that. Just looking over. And, now it's looking like possibly either Bush or Romney or a combination are the ones that were involved in leaking that Trump bullshit tape. O'Reilly made a claim last night and can't prove it. That unofficially the big shots of all three major news network, that would be MSNBC, CNN, and Fox, that any and all of their employees, that they better not support Trump in any way or their careers would be ruined. Kind of makes sense because we've seen some people fired. We've seen some people that were supporting Trump kind of quieting down. It's... There's... I don't know. It's no way to prove it, but it actually could explain a lot of things. So, let's get back with the news. Where are we at? Where are we at besides Florida? I'm laughing just thinking about that Fox. The alleged emails put out by WikiLeaks. Fox is just going to hell in the handbasket. America's going to hell in the handbasket. So Hillary Clinton calls Common Core a political failure. Common Core was a joke. The math was ridiculous. So now my daughter is in 6th grade and is getting taught how to do basically basic math all over again, which is great because now we could teach our daughter. I know the way my daughter thinks because, unfortunately, she's exactly like me. It's scary. So I know the way my brain works, so I'm able to help her, and she's understanding it better. This Common Core was one size fits all, and it doesn't work. Life's not that way, people. Life is not a one size fit all. I know people that can read a book and understand what's going on and just go from there. I myself, I read the book, put my hands on it and able to do it, and I'm good to go. I understand it. Everybody learns differently. And that's a good thing. This trying to make everybody fit into a box, that will stifle creativity. If everybody's thinking the same, there is no way to advance as a culture. Moving forward takes different ideas coming together to form a better idea. And that's one of the problems we have in our total brain fart. In our modern day culture, in our politics. It's their idea only, no other idea allowed. Unbelievable. But this Common Core, I'm so glad it's out of here. But during her remarks, Clinton takes the position many Common Core supporters of both major political parties and teacher unions have espoused, that the social justice reform was state-led and bipartisan, but was merely implemented incorrectly. She further states that the failure of Common Core developers to think through the politics of education program to allow conservative grassroots parents and taxpayer groups to organize against it. Clinton referred to conservative parent activists who have charged that the Constitution provides for no federal role in education as those who don't think anybody should be told anything about what to study, even if it's the multiplication table, and who to say that should be all left to local control. Clinton went on to say that the Common Core is a perfect example. The Common Core was negotiated by a bipartisan group of governors, and maybe they thought, I think this was a political failure because they negotiated something and they had no real agreed upon program for explaining it and selling it to the people, so that they left an opening for those who were always in the education debate, who don't think anybody should be told anything about what to study, even if it is the multiplication table. That should all be left to local control. And then you get into more complicated areas. As we all know, that's just totally off limits. And then using Common Core results for teacher evaluations when everybody knew that it was going to be complicated to implement. Ironically, in the same speech, Clinton also acknowledged, unless you're a governor or maybe a mayor who has authority over your school, there's not really very much that most politicians can do because of the way our system of education is governed. Obviously, local school boards, colleges, and universities, they have separate governance. And we don't want politicians interfering too much in the independence of the governance of education. Here's the thing. It tied the teachers' hands. It tied them. My daughter's not testing. She, again, taken after me. I know the material. I know it inside and out. Give me a test. Yeah, I suck at it. And she was kind of doing the same thing. They knew she knew it. And we're not talking high school. We're talking first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Because she's in the 6th grade now. And they know she was advancing and she was working hard. But they had to give her bad grades because of this black and white system. There was no variance to say, hey, well, this kid is working hard. She's advancing. She's doing good. They had to put her down. Now that we're away from the Common Core, my daughter's holding A's. She is holding A's. A's and B's. Because they could see what she's doing. They can adjust and say, hey, you know what? We can see how hard she's working. She's advancing. Okay. That could be added in there. Life is not black and white, and neither are humans. And that Common Core it's black or white, right or wrong. There was a lot of indoctrination going on. Our government getting their hands in education is not a good thing. And I'm not saying they can't tell us what to learn. I'm saying they should not be the one making the decisions, because a political party, whether left, right, center, upside down, I don't care who the political party is, over time they will corrupt the education system and start indoctrinating our kids. And it's not just the left thing. The right, held with too much power for too long, would do the same thing. So it's... Don't come at me going, oh, you're just attacking liberals. No, I'm not. I'm attacking power. Power corrupts absolutely. So a friend of mine just put in there a letter to the GOP RNC. And attacking them that they're not backing the people. And the people are backing Trump. And they're going to lose if they keep this bullshit fight up. They have to understand people are not loyal to a party like days gone by. People aren't Republican diehard. They're not Democrat diehard. They're loyal to an idea. They're loyal to a way of living. So these parties need to adapt. They just need to get their head out of their ass, really. Oh, and back to the Common Core real quick. Hillary Clinton knows that she's having problems with the young vote. So what does she do? She brings her daughter Chelsea in tow to relate with these young people that Chelsea has nothing in common with. Nothing. There's a lot of reports coming out that some of the people that have worked with the Clintons have been driven to the edge of suicide, especially Bill Clinton and Chelsea, both of them, and their attitudes. Chelsea is known amongst supporters of Hillary as a brat, a spoiled brat. And that has nothing to do with why you should vote or shouldn't vote. But this is the overall look of what. I mean, that's how they raise their kid. They're going to be in charge of raising a nation. I don't know, it just doesn't look right to me. As I said, the Today Show producer suspended Billy Bush. But the problem is, the executive producer of NBC's Today Show, Noah Oppenheim. Well, back in 1998, Oppenheim published a column in the Harvard Crimson titled In Defense of Hooters and the St. Pauli Girl. In the column, Oppenheim admitted, I objectify women. He went on to explain his preference for posters of scantily clad women and mock campus outrage at an undergrad woman who had posed topless for Playboy. Oppenheim was unrepentant, even goading feminists and fellow students. And while some empowered young females are undoubtedly disgusted by my taste in interior decor, I am not at all repentant. Like most heterosexual male, the sight of a big busted blonde tickles my fancy. Now, this is the man who suspended Billy Bush for a private conversation. Oppenheim's public piece should have him suspended. So much that I find it funny that this is a relative of George W. Bush. And his father, George H.W. Bush. Because he was laughing at Trump's comments. But it's the Bushes have turned their back on the American people and have been siding with the liberals, but yet they're being punished by the liberals. It's fucking funny. I don't think this guy should be suspended. There's not a person on this continent that can't say that in the history of their life they haven't said something derogatory, something that could have been construed as illegal, construed as morally wrong. Everybody has said comments throughout their life. I said it yesterday. I said it at the beginning of the show. In my paramedic class, there were jokes about a drug that gives temporary amnesia. How we should take it to the bar. The women were joking, hey, I can go bang that really hot guy and not have to worry about him calling me. One of the women went so far to say that she would have to make sure to put Viagra in his drink to make sure that he could keep it up. People make snide, smart-ass comments all the time in private. Hillary Clinton has said things in public that are construed as wrong. She has attacked sexually assaulted women and silenced them. She laughed that she got a rapist. Got him off rape charges. She destroyed a 12-year-old girl in the process. Even though she said that she tried to reject the case and it was forced upon her, there's now evidence that did not happen. Trump was in Pennsylvania Monday night, and over 10,000 people were at the rally, plus God knows how many thousand outside that weren't allowed in, plus thousands, tens of thousands that were watching the live video. This man has tens of thousands of people showing up at these events. Hillary has a handful. But why I bring this up is because the people started chanting, CNN sucks. Which I find funny. Oh, we're going to go with this poll because it's a scientific CNN poll. You saying it's scientific doesn't make it scientific, you jackasses. So many other places they're trying to ignore the online polls while pushing an online poll. It's absolutely ridiculous. This shows you just how scared they are. They're running from these online polls, trying to make excuses for how great they're doing for Trump, while trying to protect Hillary. They can keep hiding it. We'll know November 8th. RNC has come out and said that they are standing by Trump. Republican National Committee Chairman Reince Priebus said nothing has changed in regard to our relationship. We are in full coordination with the Trump campaign. We have a great relationship with them. We are going to continue to work together to make sure he wins in November. You have a few that never were supporting him, talking about how they're not endorsing him. They weren't endorsing him in the first place. Or they just said it in words. Paul Ryan is a fucking joke. He is not a conservative. He is not a Republican. He is a Democrat. He has gone along with everything they want. He has not fought for one thing the conservatives want. He is a joke. He is a turncoat. So him not supporting Trump does not affect me. But how about the fact on his little Wisconsin rally, he got shut down by chants of Trump. His rally got shut down. You have a lot of people talking on Twitter and all that. It's talk. There's no mass defection. There's none of that. They're trying to cause issues where there is none. Glenn Beck, he's showing his true colors. He's got to be hitting the sauce again. His company's in a massive downward spiral. And now he says Hillary Clinton is the moral and ethical choice. He's been showing just how much he is a fucking liberal. These elitists. And they keep bringing up Mike Lee. Mike Lee never supported Trump, never endorsed Trump. Never. So I don't want to hear he reached that point where bullshit. He never did. In fact, he doesn't even call himself a Republican. He's been calling himself a libertarian for first. He's a Tea Partier. First, he's Tea Party to get elected. He used the people to get elected by saying he was Tea Party, and now he's a libertarian who, again, libertarians are, they're pro-abortion, pro-open borders. They don't think the government should make any of these rules. So, Trump cats are going after Bernie Sanders. Trying to get in some information before the show. We got a little less than a minute. Half a dozen news sites stopped polling their readers on who won the presidential debate because they knew Trump would win by a landslide. And they didn't want it publicly out there. So they just didn't do any polls to hide what everybody know. It's a joke. And then you have everybody, the online snap who won, things don't count. Yeah, Hillary won. Look at this, Hillary won. And CNN calls the Trumpian online polls are fake. But CNN, even though they've been caught tampering with the polls, the scientific polls, yeah. Notice how the left has to lie non-stop. Listen, thank you for being here today. Honored. Appreciate it. I just so honored. Thank you. I'll be back tomorrow with the Reaver of Common Sense at 11 o'clock. Till then, have a great day. You've been listening to the Reaver of Common Sense with its host, Jersey Joe. You can tune in every day, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on hppundit.com and shrmedia.com.